Oh well, well, today's been a bit of a interesting day or an interesting morning, I guess. Just ignore the background footage. I literally took whatever I could find in my hard drive and slapped it together. But anyway, I got these new earphones, and well, typically like any of the audio equipment that I get, I set it for burning in. And at least this time around, the manufacturer actually told how long I'd need to burn it in. With some others, yeah, they don't tell you anything, and you have to go scour some random sketchy ass forum and hope that whatever random guy just tells you that the burn in time is correct, is hopefully it will work for you. But this time around, at least the manufacturers did tell me, and it was 50 hours. So that's pretty normal. It's pretty typical. I mean, it is a little longer for especially this price range of earphones, but whatever. Maybe these are worth it for that long. So normally I'd use my computer, or more accurately, my audio interface, or I'd use my previous laptop, which was a Lenovo L340 gaming, I think, which essentially is like kind of like a performance laptop disguised as a gaming laptop, and that's what I would normally use. But I sold my L340 just because I didn't really have a use for it, and I bought a much older laptop, which is a Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon, which is a laptop that came out in like 2014, and it's basically an ultralight. And well, my experience with laptops has not really been that much because up until this point, the only other laptop that I actually used quite a bit was my Dell Inspiron. I think 5558 was what it was called. And yeah, I use that more like a desktop than an actual laptop. So basically, now that I got this, which is again like one of those ultralight, like ultra portable laptops, yeah, I might have overestimated exactly what it could do. So oh yeah, I didn't explain what burning in is. So burning in essentially is just kind of like, it's almost like just shaking and rattling in the drivers, for whatever like headphones or earphones that you get. You're essentially like completely stressing it out and just like, it's almost like shaping it up, like warming it up in a way, so it can actually sound, the way it was meant to be heard. And at least this time around, like they did, like again, tell me how much, like how long I need to burn it in. So that's cool. But anyway, the thing is, again, I used to do this on an audio interface or on the other more powerful laptop, and this is like the laptop that I used is a lot older, and again, it has a lot older problems. So anyway, I have this playlist on YouTube. It's literally just like 8-hour videos, like 3 8-hour videos with all three of them doing different sort of like, burning in. And I'd have that on a loop, so it'll come to about like 48 hours, and I'll take it off at the 48-hour mark, and I'd use it myself, like literally just listen to music for the last 2 hours. And well, that was the plan, right? Like everything was going splendidly. Even yesterday, as I was going to sleep, everything was fine. If the audio was still going on, I could see the laptop was still on. I wake up in the morning, and I notice that, well, like the screen is black. And again, I didn't keep the lid closed. I kept it open just so that, I was worried that in case the heat could somehow affect something. And I technically wasn't wrong, but let's just say, even if I was prepared, this probably still would have happened. See, the thing is, the X1 Carbon is rated for only about 12 hours of continuous use. And I think I'd already crossed that mark a little while ago. And, well, what I was getting after that was just purely, well, luck that it was still working. So, essentially, again, the screen was completely black, and I didn't even like give it a second to check if like the audio was still running through. Immediately, I switched it off, and just looked at the screen and just like felt the screen and just wanted to see if there was any like physical damage. It seemed like it wasn't there, and then when I turned it on, it was like this huge mesh. It was this huge mess. Literally, if you look at this like on the screen right now, this effect that I'm showing you is pretty much what it looked like. Okay, and yeah, let's just say I had a mini heart attack right then. And so immediately, like, I messaged the friend who, like, basically got me the laptop. And pretty much he's a guy who I work with a lot when it comes to, like, computers. And probably, like, the smartest guy I know when it comes to computers. And, basically, like, I like, literally, the first message I tell him is, like, I think I broke the laptop or something like that. And, yeah, then basically, we ran through a bit of troubleshooting, let it cool down a bit. And well, turns out that basically with older laptops, the screen can heat up and it can heat up quite a bit. And that's pretty much what happened here. The screen like heat up quite a lot, and so essentially now what I'm doing is I'm letting it cool down. And yeah, it is taking quite a bit of time to cool down, I will admit. Like, it's only like a few pixels, like maybe every couple of hours it's like actually cooling down, but it is working, so that's nice. At first I thought it was going to be a display cable problem, like the heat or something somehow like dislodged the display cable, but in reality it's more that the heat just essentially made the screen that way. So yeah, like on screen, as you can see, this is what it looked like. And here's the second image where, like, as you can see on the top, like there's this project over there. Do you see that? Like on that it looks a little bit lesser, so it is working. It's just that it's taking a long time. So yeah, again, bit of a heart attack for all of this. But you know what? It's fine because, again, like these things are quite durable. And I mean, now I can kind of understand why like MacBook Air users or just MacBook users in general are so scared to do anything on their laptops. And I can kind of get it because ultra portables are not really meant to be pushed for any of this. And this being an older one, a dual core CPU as well. Yeah, my guess is what must have happened is it's not really meant to run like the fans at 100% all the time. And so, eventually at some point, the fans just stopped or just like slowed down, and it was working only at one core, and that must have like heated up quite a bit. So, yeah, that was my little, morning nightmare. But again, it does seem like it's getting better. And that's nice. And another thing is the touchscreen as well is working perfectly. I just opened up Paint and like literally, like use my finger to basically, run it across every single corner and inch just to make sure that it's working. And yeah, it's working. So that means the overall panel is fine. It's just that the heat that was built up over there needs to cool down. Let's just hope that there's no like long-term damage, but it seems fine for now. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I need to be far more careful, man. Like, now with this, at least it gives me an idea of just what would happen if I ran this thing a bit too hard. So I guess it's a weird blessing in disguise, but in reality, I kind of wish I knew about this before I did the burning in process. Because again, burning in takes a long time, and yeah, looks like I'm only going to be using that laptop only for just like watching movies and anime or something. Because yeah, I'm not going to risk it after this. But anyway, yeah, I guess. Well, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I'll give you more updates if the laptop's still live after this. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.